September 5th marks 50 years since KMEG 14 went on the air. For the next few months, we'll be bringing you a series of stories about the station's beginning and some of the people who've been a part of the KMEG family during the years. Tonight, we begin at the beginning with the man who was there when the first picture and the first words went out over the air. They called it the Summer of Love in 1967 as hippies flocked to San Francisco's Haight-Ashbury. Sgt. Pepper was released that June, going to #1 for 15 weeks. And Lamar's native Dr. Thomas Darsel performed the world's first successful liver transplant. In Sioux City, a new television station was getting ready to charge into viewers' living rooms. Former Channel 9 salesman Bob Donovan and his wife Norma formed a group of local investors who were building the foundation for a third television station. And one of the employees lending a helping hand was George Lindblade, who'd returned home following a stint as a photographer at NBC in Los Angeles. Do you remember what your title was at KMEG?
Depending on what day it was and what the job was. It could be photographer, could be chauffeur, could be janitor, electrician, whatever happened to be, and that was anybody down there.
Lindblade recalls that on September 5th of 1967, an engineer jumped in at the last second to help a nervous staff member punch the button to launch the station's black and white signal.
That one, and hit the button, and he said, "We're not ready yet." And that went out over the air. Those was the first words that went out over the air.
Despite the rough start, KMEG featured the Newsbeat 14 News Department, and the noon show with Howard Garland and Rosemary Post was the hottest show in town, according to Lindblade.
But he played the piano, and he sang terribly, and he always tried to make everything humorous, and Rosemary was the fashion plate. She was always dressed to the nines and had the ladies in the community all very, very faithful to him.
There were two kids shows, one featuring H. Ted Bush. The other was salesman Bill Bass as Clarence the Clown.
We had the first remote truck, which was an old Bunny bread truck. First thing we had to do was get it painted because we were the laughing stock of the city driving around in it. And so we painted it cream colored and put the KMEG logo on it.
KMEG was also the first station in town to broadcast on a UHF signal, at a time when few people had the special antenna necessary to pick up the finicky signal.
There were areas in this town that were totally dead to the signal.
Despite the challenges, Lindblade has fond memories of the spunky little station that signed on 50 years ago.
It was fun, it was an experience, and would I ever want to do it again? No. But the thing is that I think everybody at the time, it was a good group of people, and the camaraderie was good.
So how did the station get the name KMEG? Well, it is said that one of the Donovan's daughters was named Meg, thus KMEG. Now, earlier today, I talked to her friend Charlie Stone at KSCJ Radio and tell him about the story. And he said, yes, there was a Meg, and he even dated her in high school. So it's a true story.
I love it. I love the bread truck, live truck. We need to bring that back.
Yeah, Classic. There you go.